HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
And by Webster First Federal Credit Union, providing financial products with attentive customer service to the local families and businesses of Hopkinton. Visit us at websterfirst.com. Hello and welcome to HCAM News. Tom Nappy at the anchor desk to fill you in with what's happening in town. On this edition of HCAM News, we have the latest Hiller sports update, highlights from the Live for Evan Oktoberfest event, and the Hopkinton Historical Commission hosted their first public forum regarding an expansion of the town historic district. But first, here are some happenings in town you should know about. Marty's Liquors hosted their second annual Oktoberfest event. During the event, donations were accepted towards the Canty's Underdog Scholarship Fund. A big turnout was on hand to enjoy beverage samples, snappy dogs, and some terrific music.
It's been a fantastic day, a fantastic event. We've had probably 300-400 people throughout the afternoon today, and everybody's happy. We've raised a tremendous amount of money for the Canty Underdog Scholarship Fund, and we'll be giving all the money to Becky the first of the week.
The conditions for the event were perfect, and Rachel was thrilled with the turnout.
I think that was Brad looking down on us and smiling from above.
All right, well, congratulations on a successful October.
Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to doing it again next year.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of everything. We got the pressed spiked seltzers, the Julie and Louise Rosé, and the butternut Chardonnay from Napa Valley, California, and then Matt has a bunch of different beers.
Yeah, we've got some great beers here. We've got Zero Gravity's Green State Lager, Rock Art's Limited Access Double IPA, Toppling Goliath Pseudo Soup Pale Ale, down the road Hooligan Nut Brown Ale, and then Evil Genius, their Purple Monkey Dishwasher, which is a chocolate peanut butter porter.
Terrific. What do we got over here? So I'm with Jack Sabby. I have our House Lager, which is our German-style golden lager. I have our Copper Legend Oktoberfest. And I have our black lager. It's a smoked black lager called Smoke and Dagger.
What's going on? We got a couple of Oktoberfest, a couple pumpkin beers from Craft Brewers Guild, distributor out in Everett. I mean, it's Oktoberfest, so you gotta love it, right?
I'm Chris from Night Shift Distributing. We have a wide array of beers today. We distribute beers from other breweries around the country. Today we have some Devil's Purse. We have some of our own beers from Night Shift. Mass Landing from Westbrook, Maine. Great North from Manchester, New Hampshire. We have extra special bitter. We have some IPAs. We have some pale ales. A wonderful vanilla porter. Nice Marzen amber lager. And we have our Weiss, which is a blueberry sour.
Down in the waves, she screams again.
A new show on HCAM, created by Kathleen Culler and presented by the Hopkinton Historical Society, talks about some historical artifacts found in Hopkinton. On the show, Kathleen Culler talks with the hardworking volunteers at the Historical Society to find out more about Hopkinton history.
And anywhere from 5,000 to 6,000 years old. And Linda said, do you think that these are, she asked Dr. Johnson, do you think that these are from the Nipmucks, which is obviously a tribe that many of us are familiar with in this area?
The first episode discusses the Cheney collection. Here's a look.
Today we'll find out how one Hopkinton farmer dug up the dirt and led us to discover residents who were here 7,000 years ago.
This past weekend, the Live for Evan Oktoberfest event took place at EMC Park. Here's a look. The Live for Evan 5K and Fun Oktoberfest took place at EMC Park. In addition to the 5K, there were games, beverage sampling, live music, and a wide array of other activities. The event drew a big turnout, and helped raise funds toward the organization's goal of assisting families with providing a place to stay in Boston while their child is under hospital care.
We did have a big turnout, and we took a little risk to change the route and change the location, and try to keep things fresh and allow people to have a good time. So yeah, it's turned out to be a great day, and now the sun is out, and it looks to me like people don't want to leave. So I would say that's a good day for us.
And you had a couple additions to this year event, including the beer tent over here.
We did. We're thankful we got approval from the town to have this little, we call it a beer garden. It's hardly a beer garden, but it's a little Oktoberfesty thing, and that's worked good. We've got some food trucks here and petting zoo over there, and it's really worked out good. So we're happy.
For those that don't know, can you talk about what this event is for?
Yeah, so it's a Live for Heaven event. It's definitely a fundraiser for us. As you probably know, we secure apartments and furnish them, and we staff and we offer them up for no charge to needy families that are with congenital heart defect children and their families, and so this is significant. We need about $35,000 a year to fund and staff and run an apartment, so that this will make a good dent in it. So we've got one now direct this year. We've had three families come through in the year. It's been a fabulous experience for us, and we're looking to go to 2 or 3 by Christmas of this year if we can do it.
All right, well, congratulations on another successful event.
Thank you very much. Always good to see you guys at HCAM.
Still to come on HCAM News, the Historic District Commission hosted their first public forum. We have the latest Hiller sports update, and Matt Clark has our HCAM Insider. A whole lot more ahead. Stay tuned.
HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Golden Pond Assisted Living, honoring resident choice, dignity, and independence. Our health and wellness focus keeps residents active. Golden Pond, state-of-the-art senior housing and healthcare services.
I'm Kathleen Culler. On Saturday, October 13th at 11 a.m., the Hopkinton History Center will have archaeologist Dr. Eric Johnson present his findings on the Cheney Collection, Native American artifacts found on School Street. The artifacts are thousands of years old, and if you found an interesting artifact in your yard, like me, bring it, and Dr. Johnson will give you his opinion about its age and origin. One small item per person, please. I'll see you there.
Welcome back to HCAM News. It has been another successful fall sports season for the Hopkinton Hillers, with just about every team on pace or already clinching a playoff spot. Here's a look at the latest Hiller sports update.
A little push there, no whistle. Here comes Delaney Mick. She was hoping Gabby Welding was going to get in the attack zone and get a shot off. Here's Welding now. Sally trying to box her out. That shot is in! 1-0. Hillers lead. Gabby Welding with the goal. What a beauty. 14:27 left to go in the second half. Gabby Welding placed that one perfectly.
On Wednesday, October 10th, Hopkinton Hillers girls soccer picked up a big win over previously undefeated Holliston. Gabby Welding was the difference maker, scoring the only goal of the game in the second half. With the win, the Hillers girls are just 3 points away from clinching a playoff spot and improved to 6-3-3 overall. Hopkinton girls have won 4 of their last 5 games and have not lost a game since back on September 17th. Look out! The Hiller girls varsity soccer team is on a roll. The Hopkinton Middle School football team recorded 3 second-quarter touchdowns against Millis.
Stevens is going to line up with Masterson, who's left once again. He's going to throw up the middle, and that's a beauty. Hauled in and down the far sideline, leaping over defenders and into the end zone goes Isaiah Caruvilla. Touchdown, Hopkinton. All right, Stevens certainly showing he's not afraid to throw the ball around. This Hillers offense, pretty diverse for this level. It is a 4-receiver set, 3 to the far side. Stevens out of the gun, takes the snap, and he will pitch it over to his left, and a straight shot into the end zone for Will Masterson. Will Masterson with the touchdown run from inside the 5, and it is 14-0 Hillers. Line it up. Like out of the pistol this time with Fossbender to his right. And he's back to throw, throws to his right, hauled in, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Hillers. Seamus Murphy on the reception. A 3-yard touchdown reception from Stevens to Seamus Murphy. And it is 22-0 Hillers.
They added another in the third quarter.
If I'm Millis, I put this one out of bounds. And was just able to get it away. And it gets by Stevens, and he will have to backpedal to the 40 to pick it up, and he does. So there will be a return. Here he comes, up the middle, past the 30, the 20, at the 15, the 10, the 5, and the touchdown.
The Hillers went on to take down Millis by a final score of 28-6. Here are the Hillers varsity standings for this fall season. Boys soccer is 5-3-2, girls soccer 6-3-3, football 2-3, field hockey red hot. They are on a 6-game winning streak and are now 8-4-1 on the season. Golf undefeated at 11-0, and the boys and girls cross country teams, they are the TVL champs at 5-0. The Hopkinton Historic District Commission hosted their first public forum regarding expanding the town's historic district. Here's a look. The Hopkinton Historic District Commission held a public forum to talk about potential expansion of the historic district. Chair Amy Ritterbusch explained the process.
District, we're just gathering feedback. We might try to do a smaller expansion than what we've originally proposed, depending on what people say. We could also consider adjusting these things to be exempt from review, if that's the feedback we get from people. You know, for example, if everybody from A Street really wants to be in the district, but everybody from B Street doesn't, we could always just say, okay, we'll just take A Street. We don't need to do B Street if people don't want it. So we really appreciate everyone's feedback, and we're going to adjust accordingly. We're also working on creating design guidelines for the district about what would be allowed and not allowed by guidelines. So I think that would make people more comfortable with being in the district if they knew exactly what the expectation, or more closely what the expectation would be.
One of the questions regarded funding for homes located in the historic district.
But the home next to me is 100 years or more, and they've had a for sale sign on for a long time, but it doesn't seem to be moving. If somebody wanted to knock it down and put up a new house, this would keep them from doing that. And I'm wondering if there would be funding involved to help to preserve these, because to give someone an incentive to keep them the way they are.
So you want to write that down? I don't think there is funding available for private homes. If it's a public building like Center School, we can probably get some funds for grants for that. But I don't think if it's a private home, we can.
Sometimes there's funding if the property is on the National Register of Historic Places, but that's not what this is. That's a whole different process.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think that's going to be on the historic register.
Yeah.
So if we include B Street in the historic district, it would kind of tie the hands of whoever wanted to change something there.
So there's definitely pros and cons. We do understand that sometimes homes are just beyond saving, that they might be in really rough shape and might have to come down, but they would at least be coming before us for design review so that whatever is built in its place would kind of fit in with the streetscape. But right, sometimes something's had a horrible, flood or fire, or like there was one on Grove Street and the roof was caved in the back and it couldn't be saved. But right now, when that happens, if an older home that's not in the district is demolished, there's no design review process for a private home, so just they can build whatever they want. It's nice, sometimes it's awesome, whatever.
But they do have to go before the historical commission, but that just will institute a 6-month delay, and then after that, there's not much that can happen.
Right.
Another question asked about the process of routine maintenance.
Having your roof redone, gutters replaced, is that considered routine, or would that need to be approved?
So I think gutters do come before us, but if it's the same type as existing, we would normally just allow it without even a hearing, just a regular meeting. And only if they're visible from the street.
Yeah, if it's visible from the street.
And the same thing, if the roof is the same material and color, we would just usually allow it.
So do you have some guidelines that explain what routine maintenance is? Because I might think it's routine, but when gutters been and then all of a sudden be fined or whatever, not knowing that, oops.
So I think that's going to be a big part of this process, is getting our written design guidelines so people can read them and be comfortable with them or not.
You can view the whole public forum on our website, hcam.tv. A whole lot of programming is coming up on the HCAM channels. Standing by to tell you all about it is Matt Clark with our HCAM Insider.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the HCAM Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and here's what's happening this week on HCAM. On Monday, October 15th at 7 p.m., author Yoko Kawashima-Watkins visits Hopkinton Middle School on a brand new HCAM Ed special. And at 7:30 p.m., the Hopkinton Planning Board meeting will air live on HCAM TV. On Tuesday, October 16th at 6 p.m., the Hopkinton Board of Selectmen's meeting will air live on HCAM TV. On Wednesday, October 17th at 6:30 p.m., the Hillers girls volleyball team takes on the Westwood Wolverines live on HCAM Ed. And at 7 p.m., the Hopkinton Historical Commission holds their public forum about expanding the Hopkinton Historical District on a brand new HCAM TV special. On Thursday, October 18th at 7 p.m., the Hopkinton School Committee meeting will air live on HCAM Ed. And on Friday, October 19th at 9 p.m., Cheryl Perrault sits down with HMS English teacher Mary Ellen Grady on a new episode of Meet Your Neighbor. And also on HCAM Ed, the Hillers football versus Medfield game will air. If you want to know more about all of HCAM's shows before they air, then head over to hcam.tv/connect, where you can sign up for our HCAM Insider newsletter. Or if you want to know more about what's happening in Hopkinton, you can sign up for our daily news updates. That's all for this week's Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and as always, thanks for watching. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Matt. That will just about do it for this edition of HCAM News. Don't forget, you can stay up to date with everything Hopkinton by checking out our website, hcam.tv, as well as our Twitter and Facebook page. Be sure to head over to our website for the latest happenings in our community and check out the new Hopkinton Community Calendar to take a look at upcoming events in town. If you have a Hopkinton-related video, photo, or story idea, I want to hear from you. Email me at news@hcam.tv. With your help, we'll cover even more of our community. For everyone here at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. We leave you now with the current community listings and upcoming government meetings. As always, thanks for watching HCAM News. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.
Reiterate what happens here at the beginning of the game, or as we take different turns and the Polino is thrown.
Yep.
the Polino is thrown, and it must go more than halfway down the
Yes.
court.
Indicated by those stakes.
White posts.
Yep.
And it ends up at least a foot in from the side.
Yep.
And at least a foot in from the back.
Sure, so you don't have them up against the wall and
While the game is underway, however,
it can go anywhere.
it can get struck by another ball and get jammed in the corner or
Sure.
hit into orbit. But on the original throw, foot, halfway.
Gotcha, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're out here today with the Polino, and you're gonna drop the ceremony. So
What am I going to do with it?
hey, you gotta roll. You gotta throw it like
Which
you
way?
mean it. Throw it that way.
Okay.
There you go. Good job.
Okay.
Nicely
Get
done.
me out of here.
This one a little bit of power there too. There's the Spock, but it's the wrong one, and blue's still in. Look at this. They're just trying to Spock it. There it is.
De Rivera.
Oh,
And he
boy.
squeaks that
Oh,
in there
boy.
for a 3.
Wow. There it is.
I kind of
Fire
think that
back
he's
on the
playing with them.
board.
And so that'll put it to 13-5.
Yeah.
You hear the trash they're talking about you over
They're
here?
talking a lot of trash.
It's unbelievable.
I see they're bringing a few more people in too.
So you're going to make it to the next round. You going to change it up a little bit, or are you going to keep with the same
The
youngsters?
same group is going to play.
Wow, that's a bold move.
Worried?
Worries. I want courtesy to the seniors. Allow them their chance to
Help 'em out.
participate, and they have a good team. You know,
Yes,
they
they
have
do.
a good team. So we did all right to close that game out. We did good.
So the youngsters did well.
Yes.
You're going to like them. They're off for doing pots and pan duty for a while.
They tested hose this morning in preparation, and we might give them tomorrow a little leeway if things go well. We'll see.
That's good. They might get an extra 5 minutes at lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks,
All right,
buddy.
great. Chief, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So we got Amy Beck with us here, the interim director of the Senior Center right now. Amy, tell us about today's event. Why is this so important?
Why is this so important? I would say just getting the police and fire, getting to know the seniors. It's a community involvement and just general good fun.
Now, this has been in planning for a couple of months. What was the buzz around today, leading up until today's event?
Oh boy. Well, we're definitely thinking the seniors are going to pull their weight. Unfortunately, right now we're not doing so well.
They mounted a nice little comeback on the last
We
game.
did in the last game, and I'm expecting it this time around as well.
Newsletter. Speaking of the newsletter, tell everyone about the Hilltop, how cool this is.
Okay, well, every month we send out a newsletter that lets you know what is happening at the Senior Center. We have a daily schedule of our activities. We have, like I said, the exercise classes, any special events coming up, and we also daily have a lunch. It's a $5 lunch for a full meal from salad and soup up to a hot meal or sandwiches and dessert, so you get quite a bit.
All right, so it looks like that the police took over and didn't give the seniors much of a chance, you know?
No, they didn't, but we made a rally in the first game, so we're
did.
pretty pleased.
Oh, boy. That should be in.
And Smith keeps Fire alive. If they get one more point, it could be a tie. It looks like
Yep.
Fire may have tied this up. 2
Tied
points
back up.
for the red team. We have a new game here, 11-11. Wow. You got all the choke calls from behind us.
There's some chanting
That's
going
how
on.
to play. Oh, Brenna's hanging his head. No pressure, new guy. Here we go. That's what they're saying. Oh, and that seals the police
boy.
fate. Red team takes it 15-11.
We also, by the way, someone has very generously from the police department offered to get a big trophy that we can have every year and put the name on it.
Nice.
So right now, this is yours. I'll let Chief, I'll let you have it. And oh no, wait a minute, who won here? Yeah, fire department.
Yes. Oh, here, let me tell you, we won. Yeah. Nice work, gentlemen. Way to go. Congratulations. We had that 1 year last year. We had a little slip, but this is year 3, I believe. So very well done. Here you go. Look at that. Pass that around. Where is Chief Lee? I lost track of him here for a second here. I lost track of Chief Lee for a second. Oh, man. Oh, nice.
So, Chief, this does feel a little good?
This feels real nice. I'm
Hey.
looking forward to writing my annual report again next year to be able to talk about bocce once again.
That's
So
fantastic. Bocce Throwdown 2018 is done. Red team winning. Blue team, well, they're still here. They're crying, but fake news, it's very possible. Well, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Thanks to the Hopkins Senior Center for sponsoring this event. And thank everyone for coming out. We will see you next year.
Today, this is the Marathon Quilters Guild booth. I'm here to promote our show that we have going on this weekend at the Center for the Arts in Hopkinton. And it's today and tomorrow, 10 to 5. And also to promote our guild. So if you're looking to join a guild, we have the information here. And you can go out to our website at marathonquilters.com and find out about us.
During Hopkinton Family Fun Day at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts, the Marathon Quilters Guild hosted a show featuring some lovely work to raise money for charitable causes.
Yeah, this weekend we are having the Common Threads Quilt Show that's being hosted by Marathon Quilters Guild. There are about 113 items here, and our theme is Common Threads. It's essentially finding all of the commonalities among people. We thought that it is a good time to, instead of focusing on how we're different and how we disagree, to come together and find out what we have in common.
Terrific. And can you talk about what the Marathon Quilters Guild is?
It's a quilt guild in Hopkinton that meets once a month, the second Tuesday of every month. And we learn from one another, we get inspiration from one another, we have projects that we donate to charities, and we essentially just share our passion with one another.
Here's a look at some of the incredible work